friends, welcome back to my channel. Today we are doing trash talk number 41. It is crazy to believe that we're already up to 41 different trash talks, but I've done a bunch of decluttering and using up of items. I'll leave timestamps down below as I always do, and we'll go ahead and start with the decluttering items that I have. So as you may or may not have seen in my most recent Project Pan for 2018 update, I finally finished up the bronzer that I was working on, the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. And so I finally wanted to start to explore what was in my bronzer collection and kind of get rid of bronzers that I wouldn't actually want to pan. So I have quite a few I've gotten rid of. Two are from Physicians Formula. It's a Physicians Formula Bronze Booster, their Beauty Balm Bronzer, and then the New York City Daily Defense City Glow one. The issue with both of these, and I've tried desperately to scrape them down, is that there seems to be like glitter all up in here. I feel like the camera's not really picking it up that well, but at first I thought there was like a glitter overspray on here, and it may very well still be an overspray, but I can't seem to get rid of it. And so every time I would apply either one of these, I would get like some flakes of like glittery gold, which you guys know one of my biggest makeup pet peeves is like chunky glitter in anything. So both of these I'm decluttering. I know it seems like a misstep in the sense that it seems like a waste of money, but pretty much most of these bronzers I either got as a couponing bargain, so I either didn't pay a lot of money for them, or they were free, or they came to me in subscription boxes, so I don't feel as bad about decluttering bronzers I don't like. Next up, I have the Too Faced Chocolate Soleil Medium Deep Matte Bronzer. I just didn't feel like this was that great. For a while, I had thought that this was too dark for me, and then when I went to apply this, I just didn't like the effect of it on my skin. I don't know if it's because I still felt like it was too dark, or there's just something off about it, so it's going. I'm also getting rid of the Wet n Wild Mega Glow Contouring Palette. This I've seen really good reviews about, but this didn't have any staying power on my skin. Like, it was nice at first, but then a few hours later, it faded to nothing, and nothing else in my makeup that day had been different except for this, so I'm not gonna bother putting on product that doesn't stay on my face. Also getting rid of the Bronze Essentials Beauty Basics. This I got in a subscription box, and it's meant to be a face product, but there's like literally 2 strips of gold shimmer in here, and I don't need this to be kept for eyeshadow purposes, so it's going. I've got a couple of blushes that are going. I got this Real Her Be Fearless, Be Limitless blush kit. This I just don't like. I really don't think I'm a big baked blush person. I just feel like these are dry and not that great for pigment, and this one has a lot of like glitter in it, so it's going. And then, sad to say, the Too Faced Sweetheart Perfect Flush Blush in Peach Beach. I really liked this when I first got it. God, you can't even like tell that I've used it. But I pulled it back out recently to play with it, and I just feel like my preferences have changed. There is a little bit too much shimmer in this for my blush preferences, so both of these out of here. I have this Benefit Dandelion. This is the like dandelion shimmer. It's supposed to be a baby pink brightening face powder. This like doesn't show up on my skin as like a pigmented product, as just like an all over glow. It doesn't work for me, so it's going. I have this Bite Amuse Bouge lipstick in Chai. This is in like the Sephora birthday gift. I don't know why I picked this over the Glam Glow one. I'm not really like a lip person, and they never have like my types of shades in these, but I didn't really want the Glam Glow one. This is what the shade looks like. It's just way too dark for me. I've got this mascara. It's another one of the Maybelline Great Lash waterproof mascaras. These are just awful. I don't know how people can use these and find that these are effective mascaras, especially because drugstore mascara has so many great ones to choose from. So these are just awful. It's out of here. I also recently like reorganized some of my makeup area, and I have like a section of backup brushes or brushes for me to test out. And I finally went through and like decluttered the ones that I don't think work great for me. I have this Real Techniques cheek brush. I just find that this is too dense. I have their other cheek brush that they have, and I like that one a lot better, so this one I'm just gonna get rid of. I have this old e.l.f. small tapered brush. I just don't really use this anymore, so it's out of here. I have this Andre Laurent brush. I have a bunch of brushes that are like this, and I don't really use them, so this is gone. The e.l.f. Professional Concealer brush. I never use this, so it's gone. I have this random knockoff Storybook Cosmetics brush. I use this for like a while, but I just don't really need it. I prefer other blush brushes that I have in my collection, so I'm just gonna pitch this. And then I have 3 of the Makeup Revolution eye brushes that are shaped like little hair brushes. I thought this would be cool to try out, especially at the height of these types of brushes coming out, but they just don't work. Like, one of these is a blender brush, one of these is a lid brush, and they're just really not effective. I was gonna do a whole video trying to put makeup on with these, but I just didn't want to, didn't get around to it. I've had these for a really long time, so I'm pitching them. And the last thing that I have for the declutter is a fashion item. This awful stuff right here is supposed to be adhesive, like hem tape for emergencies. It's like an iron-on hem tape. I recently went to my cousin's wedding and realized that the dress I brought with me to Maine, there was a thread that came loose and the whole hem of my dress came down. And so Ben and I bought this. Ben had said he had used this, and we ironed, and maybe because it was too humid out afterwards, I don't know, but I happened to just bring some safety pins with me just in case, and about 10 minutes at being at the wedding, my hem fell down. This tape did not hold. So I wouldn't recommend this. Just go to a seamstress if you can, or try to use safety pins, because this wasn't actually the quick fix I needed it to be. I have 2 vitamin products. The first are my staple Ollie the Perfect Women's Multivitamins. This is something that I get at Sam's Club. I get this jumbo 180 gummies, and I really do enjoy these. The other vitamin item that I have is the Halo Beauty Hair, Skin, Nails Booster. I waited a long time to get these, and quite honestly, I wasn't going to get them because I wasn't really that into the release, but I was in California. Tati was offering free shipping. You guys know I'm a sucker for free shipping. And so I thought, like, well, why don't I just try this and see if it's any better than the Ollie vitamins, even though they're like double the price of those, and you only get a 30-day supply. My general thoughts or consensus on this was that it didn't really work for me. My skin wasn't any less wrinkly or less pimply than normal. My nails didn't grow at any like exceptional rate, and my hair didn't really get stronger or longer. And so I'm just not sure if maybe I'm not much of a biotin respondent. I don't have an adverse reaction to biotin, but I know it's a lot of what's in this. So for me, it's not something I'm gonna repurchase, and not something that I was that into anyways. And on top of it, the pills were relatively big. I don't have a super big problem swallowing pills. I hate swallowing flavored liquid medication. That's to me torturous. But I had to take water with these, and like a lot of water to get these down. I also learned that I couldn't take this on an empty stomach. I had to eat first and then take this. Otherwise, I would become really like, I feel like nauseous is a strong word, but I wouldn't feel good. And I noticed that after a couple of times when I paid attention to whether I'd eaten or not. So for all of those reasons and the price, I won't be getting this. Let's talk about some wax items. I have just been whipping through stuff. First thing that I have is my other Homeworks by Harry Slatkin candle in Wisteria Vine. This is described as essentially lilacs, sheer amber, plum, blooming jasmine, and wisteria flowers. This was awesome. I paired this up with a lavender like lilac scent from Super Tarts, and the 2 of them together were awesome. This had a really like stellar burn. I know the last candle that I had from Homeworks I wasn't like raving about, but this one I thought was even better than the last one, and I did enjoy the last one. So as I mentioned before, I'm more prone to picking up 1 or 2 of the duos that he comes out with, you know, maybe per season, but they're definitely still not my go-to candle because they're expensive, pay for shipping, and I also can find a lot of these really great scents in wax melts. I also burned my Homeworks candle that came in this jumbo canister. This one I've actually had for a while, but I've honestly just forgotten to put it in a trash talk. This is the scent Pink Geranium. As you can see, the burn on this one was not as flawless as in my 3-wick candles. The wicks themselves didn't move, but they just had a lot of sooting to them. The notes in here are pink geraniums, poppy flowers, orange flowers, wild clover, leafy greens, and climbing roses. I definitely am not opposed to buying some refills in different scents for this to use the canister, or I might just use the canister for decorative purposes. I'm not sure yet, but I definitely preferred the performance and the scent throw of the 3-wick candles over this 2-wick one. Now moving on to wax melts, I have Super Tarts Jean, which is glazed donuts, juicy pear slices, salted caramel, and pie crust. I'd gotten this in a D-stash, and when I went to look for new wax to put in my warmer, I gave this a sniff, and it started to smell like wax, which to me, when it starts to lose any kind of scent but wax, means that it's getting really to the end of its life, and I need to actually melt it. So the performance of this was not up to Super Tarts standards. It didn't have a super big scent throw. It didn't last very long, but I think it's just because it's super old, so I do not fault it for that. I also melted Lovely. This is from the Bathing Garden. This basically is the Lush Rose Jam scent. This was magical, as all Bathing Garden melts have performed for me. Super strong scent throw, and it had a very long scent throw. It took me a very long time to get through the 6 cubes that are in here. I also have Rose Girls Bodacious Bowser. This scent was okay. It didn't really do it for me in regards to appeal. I wanted it to be more like sugary than it actually was. Same thing with Peeps Cake. It didn't really have a great scent performance. I just wanted it to be more powerful than it ended up being. And then lastly, I have Rose Girls Bananas Foster Ooey Gooey Caramel and Waffle Cone. This I really enjoyed the scent of, but to me it came across as like a maple pancake. Literally one morning I woke up, thought that Ben had made me pancakes, and I was so excited. It was just this. There were no pancakes in my future. So I really felt like the banana note could have been a lot stronger in here, or maybe the less like caramel note would have given this more of a banana bread scent. I'm not sure, but if I was just doing a blind scent of this, I wouldn't have thought there were bananas in this. Let's talk about some bathroom shower products. I've got the Living Proof Frizz shampoo and conditioner sample. This was okay. I've yet to come across a Living Proof sample that I've used where I've been converted to wanting to buy a full size. I have the Pantene Pro-V Full and Strong Flexible Conditioner. This was fine, but the packaging, the plastic in here was so difficult to get product out of that I was very happy to see this gone. I don't feel like all of my Pantene conditioners have been this difficult with the hardness of the plastic, but aside from that, it was fine. I have my last Marvis toothpaste, the cinnamon mint flavor. I surprisingly enjoyed this. I really did enjoy the Marvis toothpaste collection that I had. I recently found out from one of you in the comments, thank you so much, that this apparently pops up at TJ Maxx and Marshalls. I'm gonna keep my eye out for it when I go, because if I can find a full size for like $3 or $4, that will totally make this worth it. Buying full sizes of these for like $12, I'm not so into. The last bathroom item that I have is the Fortune Cookie Soap Water Ripples Toilet Bombs. I'm not really into these products. I prefer just to use like Poo-Pourri or just room sprays in general. This is a bit more effort than I'd like to put in, but they worked. I'm just not super into it. A couple of Impress nails. I have my Impress just basic French manicure that I wore. Like these a lot as like a basic go-to. And then the other ones that I have are from the Dashing Diva Magic Press. These are in Daily Beauty. They're the ones that I have on right now. This is my second set of these. These are amazing. These hold up so much better than the Impress Nails ones hold up, and I like the Impress Nails ones. I literally had to take these off because my nails had grown out to the point that like I was getting hair caught in there. It just was more annoying than it was worth, and I had to really like pry them off my fingers because the adhesive with the glue was still really bonded to my nails, so I like that. I also found that the design didn't chip away, the nail held its shape. Like, these are phenomenal. They're a bit more expensive than the Impress ones, but Sally Hansen recently had like a buy 2 get 1 free or buy 2 get 2 free, so I made like a large order on their website. I have that in a recent what I've been buying video, but I really recommend these. And lastly are some beauty items. I have the Beauty 360 dual-ended cotton tip applicators. I don't really like these. Some of you guys have told me that the Q-tip beauty Q-tips are sold online now, so once I kind of go through my back stock of these Q-tips that I have, I'll be able to make that beauty Q-tip purchase, but I wouldn't recommend these. I've also used up both of these MAC Prep and Prime Fix Plus in the scent Lavender. Lavender is not my favorite scent, but I'm just happy to have worked through a couple more small guys. And then lastly, this one kind of pains my heart and my wallet. I used up my YSL Radiance Awakening Foundation with SPF 22. I was wearing this in the shade BR10, which is Cool Porcelain. I have another bottle of this because originally I bought a second bottle of this during the spring VIB sale for Sephora because I was planning on wearing this for my wedding if I did my own makeup, but I have since hired, back in April, a makeup artist to do my makeup. I just like the look of it a little bit better. It's sort of my normal makeup but turned up a notch, which I think would do well in photography. So I finally allowed myself to finish up the first bottle that I have. This for me is the foundation I will go to if I need something rock solid. If I am not willing to like experiment or take a chance, I need my foundation to look really pretty and last a long time, this is the stuff. So I definitely am happy to have gotten my full money's worth out of this. I hate this stuff is so expensive, but it really is phenomenal. Alright guys, that is it for me in Trash Talk number 41. I appreciate you guys tuning in, and I'll talk to you in my next video real soon. Bye.